Your home has one public IP address, just one. But your phone, laptop, TV, and a dozen smart devices are all online at the same time, right now. How can they all share a single address without their traffic getting hopelessly mixed up? The answer is NAT, and it is quietly saving the internet. Let's decode it. I'm Tessa, and this is Envision Decoded. NAT stands for Network Address Translation. It is a job your router does constantly. As traffic leaves your network, the router swaps each device's private address for your one public address. And when replies come back, it translates in reverse, delivering each response to exactly the right device. Private on the inside, one public face on the outside. Why does NAT exist at all? Remember, IPv4 ran out of addresses. There are only about 4.3 billion, and far more devices than that. NAT is the workaround that lets billions of devices hide behind a much smaller pool of public addresses. It also adds a side benefit. Outside computers cannot directly reach your devices because from the internet, your whole network looks like a single address. So how does the router keep everyone's traffic separate? Follow one request. Your laptop at private address 192.168.1.10 asks for a website. The request heads for the router carrying its private source address. The router swaps that private address for your public one, say 203.0.113.5. But here is the clever part, the part called PAT, Port Address Translation. The router also assigns the connection a unique port number, like 40,001. That port number is the claim ticket for this specific conversation. The router writes it all down in its translation table. One row, laptop, 192.168.1.10, now speaking as 203.0.113.5 on port 40,001. Your phone makes a request at the same time? New row, different port, 40002. Every active conversation gets its own row and its own port. Now the reply comes back from the website, addressed to 203.0.113.5, port 40001. The router looks up port 40,001 in its table, finds the laptop's row, swaps the address back to 192.168.1.10, and delivers it. The phone's reply, on port 40,002, goes to the phone. Nothing gets mixed up because the port numbers keep every conversation separate. That is why this is often called NAT overload, or many-to-one NAT. Thousands of private conversations can share one public address, told apart purely by port numbers. It is the everyday magic inside every home router. So, to decode it, NAT translates private addresses to your one public address as traffic leaves, and back again as replies return. PAT adds a unique port per conversation, the claim ticket. The router tracks it all in a translation table, one row per conversation. And because everything is translated, thousands of devices can share a single public IPv4 address. If NAT finally clicked, hit subscribe so the next one finds you, and a like really helps. Next time, we flip NAT around. What if you want the outside world to reach a device inside your network on purpose? That is port forwarding. I'm Tessa, this was Envision Decoded. See you in the next one.